Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Morty's back at it again with the 2025 Dodge Durango. And honestly, I keep falling in love with the Dodge brand every time I get to drive these models. Yes, it's not a Hellcat, yes, it's not a Scat Pack, but the energy and the feel is still the same. And this one is finished off in a nice Destroyer gray. And yes, this thing has a very, very intimidating presence. Quick specs about this one: 5.7 liter V8, pushing 360 horsepower, 390 pound-feet of torque, 8-speed automatic transmission, all-wheel drive, and can tow up to 8,000 pounds. Yeah, this thing's a bad boy. And one of the things I love is that this car is so unnecessary in everything it does. Like, you buy a 7-seater for the family, last thing you'd expect is to see 2 gigantic nostrils and 1 gigantic hood scoop just in the middle. Everything about it is mental, but I love it. And the 5.7 is a very reliable motor. They put these engines in pretty much everything Dodge like. And as you guys know, this is what our key looks like. Let's do a quick little remote start while we're back here. Yes, you heard that right. This thing will not wake up your neighbors. It is very, very subtle, but it wakes up when you decide to step on it on the highway. And again, since it's a 7-seater with the 2 last seats being able to fold backwards, you have a decent amount of space. So if you want to fold these seats, you grab this, pop it backwards, and now you can put a lot of groceries or suitcases depending on what you're doing. But let us go for a drive, because this thing wakes up on the highway. It's like a drag car that has had an identity crisis and decided, you know what, I have to be a family SUV for the kids. But at heart, it's still a sports car, and it handles like one as such too. Little roof, moon roof right here. I would like the sleek top sometimes, but the moon roof is pretty nice. And as you can see, the detailing in this thing is nice, and it's 2025, so nice leather stitching. And look, red stitching all around with your red highlighted Dodge symbol, leather seats, heated and ventilated seats, and your heated steering wheel. This is your backup camera. Classic Dodge, still looks a little bit fuzzy, a little bit blurry, but we'll forgive it. The car, the engine of this car makes more than enough for those little shortcomings. So we're gonna put it in sport mode, and I didn't get the chance to launch this thing just yet, so I haven't even gone full throttle yet. So I have driven a couple of RTs before. I haven't driven the 2025, so I want to see if they've made a couple more improvements, because just look at the interior. This thing looks like it's been updated and upgraded a little bit. Okay. Oh. Oh God. It's so ridiculous, man. Most 7-seaters wouldn't be doing half of this theatrics this car is doing it for me. It's not gonna give me half of the performance this car gives me. And yes, we have paddle shifters too for the 8-speed automatic transmission. It's so like, the 8-speed transmission does a very good job of keeping this car in its proper power band. So you can step on it at any given time and the car will launch properly. Oh man, that exhaust notes, everything about this thing is so enjoyable. And I can take a corner and this thing is pretty stable. Very, very good. Now let's go into regular driving and go on the highway like a regular civilian. Maybe I have my kids in the back and they're like, Dad, stop launching the car every 3 seconds. And yes, this car was made by primal thoughts, because a lot of newer cars try to refine a lot of things, try to perfect a lot of things. You don't want the road noise, you don't want too much exhaust noise, you don't want so many things. But this one was manufactured by primal thoughts. The hood scoops, the performance, the way this thing drives and handles, everything about this thing is just primal. And it scratches a little itch in the back of your head that puts a smile on your face. Compared to most other cars, people call this thing unrefined, too big, kind of bulky, maybe even outdated in terms of infotainment system and technology. But my God, that engine will always put a smile on your face. And yes, and guys, in case you guys didn't notice, we did activate our cruise control, so we're gonna get our adaptive cruise control ready, put the max distance, and just set. And yes, this thing does have cylinder deactivation, so our MPG combined should be giving us 17. But with the way I'm driving, we're gonna be approaching, let's take a look at our MPG right now. We are going to be at 14 liters per 100 kilometers. That's really not bad, actually. That's not bad at all. And with the way we're driving, we're barely hitting 10 liters per 100 kilometers. So again, can this thing be subtle, be quiet, be cordial? Yes, it can. But then as you scroll through your display system, you'll notice that you have lap history. And you're like, wait, isn't this supposed to be a 7-seater family SUV? Yes, it is. But you can also take it to the track. It is so mental the way this thing is. And if you're wondering if we have more than enough overtaking power, oh, yes, we do. Perfect. It's so addictive to just want to keep this thing in sport mode at all times, man. It's like the natural habitat of this car. This car strives on the highway. Even if you throw this thing into some back roads, it is more than competent enough to do a lot of things. And yes, it shows you your best 0 to 60 time, which I'm actually gonna try and give my best 0 to 60, because I know the Hellcat Durango version of this thing does 0 to 60 in about 3.3 seconds. So I'm gonna give this thing about 6 to 7 seconds to get to 60, because we're not even hitting 400 horsepower yet. But that's more than enough. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. If you're wondering about comfort, road noise, the suspension, everything, it does it well. It's like, I swear, people forget how enjoyable these Durangos can be. How soft and how smooth they can be if you're not stepping on the gas every 3 seconds, such as I. It's so good at what it does. Like, you might just say, oh, Morty, stop glazing this car so much. I'm not saying this is not glazed. This is just matter of fact. And you won't experience it until you get to drive it. That is what I keep saying. Look, I'm telling you guys, this is a drag car dressed in a family SUV. It's the dragster who has a wife and kids. Like, we have G-force sensors, all this extra stuff, showing you my active G-force. So let's see how much G-forces we can pull when we decide to launch this thing from 60. Because that is one thing I would really, really like to see. It's gonna be interesting, I can't even lie. But let us cruise for a bit. Listen to the ambience of everything around us as let's go into the slower lanes and be a little bit more cordial right now. Now let us just boom. Adaptive cruise control has been set. Another Challenger approaching from the left. See? We share pretty much almost the same engine. Well, no, that's an SRT. That's probably like a 6.4, so he probably has a bigger engine than me. But so many characteristics are similar. If you have ever driven a Challenger, the engines scream the same, the transmissions react the same. And they just took all of that, threw it in a family SUV, and were like, yep, go crazy. The thing I know about this one is that the public also knows how fun these cars are. Since this is an RT, I don't have to put anything too crazy in terms of security, because they're usually the, how do I say, the delinquents of society usually want to take the Scat Packs and the Hellcats. So if you have an RT, you're usually flying underneath the radar because they're looking for that SRT badging. But this simple RT badging usually keeps you safe and keeps you under the radar for these thieves who want to take these cars. What I recommend you still get a little bit of security features, maybe just like some crazy startup mechanisms. Yes, 100%. But you have a lower chance of your car getting taken away by these individuals who also know how fun and exciting these cars can be. Because honestly, the potential of these cars is unlimited. It is crazy the potential these cars have, and everyone else knows it too. So let's say I want to listen to some tunes because nobody is really driving in silence half the time. And we do have Sirius XM, so I'm gonna use that. Oh, the bass is excellent. Blind spot monitoring. Oh my god. Oh man. The more I drive this car, the more I realize that Dodge calls to me from time to time. Cars like this that have theater. And of course, Dodge does make, like, I wish more car brands would make crazy cars like this that are over engineered, over accessorized. Everything has been done to it. I wish more car brands would do that, because again, every car brand is trying to strive for that perfection. Those big screens that pan everywhere, the perfect camera, the perfect everything. Dodge was like, yeah, our cameras may not be the best, but our engines are to die for. And to be fair, they kind of are, man. They really are. So we're gonna give this car its first ever launch from 0 to 60, this 2025 car. And I'm assuming it's gonna do it in the low 6s. If we're gonna keep it in this, we're not gonna shift the transmission by ourselves. We're gonna do any of that. We're gonna let the car do its thing. We're gonna let the 8-speed automatic do its thing. And when since it's all-wheel drive, I don't think we're gonna spin any wheels whatsoever. And yes, I am highly looking forward to that. Very, very competent in the corners. People say American cars can't turn, they've just never driven one. That's why I'm fully convinced, because it handles well for an SUV. The body roll isn't as accentuated as you think. It's not as pronounced as you think it would have been. It's balanced, I dare say. We're gonna do one little pull. Well, you guys know the road I'm approaching. If you guys watch my reviews for a long minute, you guys know this is the road we do our quick little 0 to 60 tests. So let's give this thing the beans and go into our, oh well, this is for laps actually. Let's boop, boop, braking distance. Now let us go into our, no, we're not gonna go to 160, we're gonna go to 0 to 100. The most recent was 8 seconds. So 3, 2, 1. .9 seconds to 60. And yes, we have very good brakes. I'm very confident in this thing. Watch. Oh. Beautiful, man. Absolutely excellent, this car, man. And it looks like someone actually did take this thing to a top speed of 190, probably on a lap as well. Man, people don't understand how enjoyable these cars simply are. The most ideal exhaust note is between 4,000 RPM and 5,500 RPM. That's where that HEMI, that 5.7 HEMI gives you its all. That's where the choir is just singing its best. I honestly love this car, man. Nothing about it. You cannot tell me something like, oh, but it sucks on gas. Brother, I do not care. You hear that? That is the sound of happiness. That is the sound of someone who doesn't care how much gas I am burning in this car. That is the thing about this thing. I highly implore you guys, if you're looking for a 7-seater and you have the money to burn a little bit, and you don't really, and you want a little bit of theater, you want something that will put a smile on your face and is decently reliable, I will highly recommend this Durango. And I'm pretty sure the Durango's gonna come in standard transmission, unfortunately, for those who wanna actually roll through the gears. But I might be wrong about that. You guys might have to double check on that too. And again, this thing is practical. I keep hyping it up as a sports car in a family SUV's clothing, but at the end of the day, it's still in family SUV clothing. So let us quiet them down. Go into our most eco-friendly state, and most eco-friendly people would not be looking at G-force sensors to see how much G-forces we're pushing, so they usually have here the gas mileage. So we're just quieting down. Our gas is $1.36. So let us just calm down and hush hush. And look at our infotainment system. And there you can look at our rear camera. Look at our dashboard. It has performance pages. I swear, the more I look at this thing, the more I realize that, damn, they just really just took a muscle car drag pack and just threw it in a family SUV and called it a day. It's hilarious, but I love it. I absolutely love it. You can see your gauges, you can see your dyno, which is gonna prompt me to go back into sport mode, because everything about this car is just, hey, look at this feature. It looks better in sport mode though. Peak horsepower, I swear, our peak horsepower is just above 400 by the looks of it. If you look at the graph right now. No, that is, oh, I'm looking at torque. Yes, our torque is easily above 400 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque, yes. And our horsepower, we could have peaked a little bit higher, but we're just above 300. Interesting. Like, see, all these little details and features just make you realize, like, ah, this is really a driver's car. Well, not the drive, well, it's a driver's family car. Yes, that's the best word to describe this thing. Let's see how much more torque we can put down. Oops, I was about to change lanes, but I changed my mind. I didn't realize that. That wasn't even full throttle. Guys, this thing is beautiful, excellent in everything that it does. And yes, if you have a little bit more discipline than me, you could probably save a little bit more on gas. But a person like me who buys a car like this, you know how to have fun in cars, and you really don't be caring about gas like that. But let's say somebody cuts me off in my 2025 Dodge Durango RT and I want to honk the horn at them. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Very good. It's what's called makes you visualize the amount of size that's behind you when a person honks at you in a car like this. I really don't want to give this car back, guys. I don't. It's hard to stress enough that a simple RT got me feeling like this. It's hard for me to stress enough that this car is so enjoyable. Everything. The performance, the drive, the suspension, everything just complements what this car originally is. And I can see if more people got the chance to drive this thing, they would honestly fall in love with it and never want to give it up. I am 110% sure that would be the case for a lot of people. For a lot of people. Anyway, guys, this has been Morty in the 2025 Dodge Durango RT. Take care of yourselves, and I again implore you guys, drive a Durango RT, go to your local dealership and test drive the demo. You guys will not be disappointed. Take care, guys, and peace.